Hello, everyone. This is Graveside Paranormals presents Spirits by the Graveside. Today's date is 7/10/2022. This is our big show to count down the days to Parapalooza. We have a large amount of people who are going to be talking about their vendors as well as acts that are going to be on here today. We have with us, of course, as always, the lovely Michelle Ward. Michelle, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Good evening. Good day, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Fantabulous. Hey, did
Great.
you see my cool flag?
Oh, yeah. It's a cool
That,
flag.
that's a cool flag, isn't it?
Parapalooza, everyone. Coming
Yep,
quick.
Parapalooza. Yeah. It's gonna be a
Coming
good
quick.
time. We got bands, we got all kinds of cool stuff going on. We got all these really awesome vendors, Michelle, that I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna go
Yes.
around, I'm gonna go buy some things like I always do at certain places. I'm wanting to meet other people, of course, new people and to talk to. What is your expectations for Parapalooza? What are you looking for doing your tours? You got the tours going on.
Tours. Yeah, we're hoping we're going to fill those buses up with the ghost tours, me and Tony Sabilski. So
Yeah.
make sure you get your tickets for those too.
Yeah, Tony, one of the best tour guides
Yes.
out there for haunted tours, period, bar none. He is the best of the best. And
Yes.
that's
I'm
what we try to do
excited.
is we try to get you the best things that we possibly can here at Graveside Paranormal. So what we're going to do is, as usual, Michelle, we're going to start out with the news. Steve, roll it. All right, in the paranormal world, or really the weird on this one. An innovative burger that tastes like something you would never want to eat. Made by a Swedish company, the burger tastes like human flesh and has also bagged an award recently. An award for human flesh. Wow. If some bizarre food trends have made you sick to your stomach, then wait till you see this innovative burger that tastes like something you would never want to eat. Then, if you never want to eat, why did you make it? It's a good question, don't you think, Michelle?
All I can say is you. Oh,
Ew. I mean, who
you.
even
No, thank
who
you.
yeah, who even to know the taste of it? How am I going to know the taste of something? Steve, what is that?
It's vegan.
Oh, God.
That's a vegan burger. How is that a vegan burger? I mean,
Right.
is it made with vegan?
I
And
mean,
that's
it's weird, right? Like you're vegan, but you have a craving for human flesh. I mean,
mm,
there's
but who are
got to
these
be some
taste
psychiatrist that's
testers?
going to get rich off of that.
Yeah, that's how I am on Saturday nights. I just get this urge for human flesh.
Right?
And now
Right.
that they got a burger that I can go get at Burger King, what the
But
hell? Why
See?
not?
but if you're vegan, then you're morally correct. I don't know. I'm going to go in the back
Oh,
corner.
so there's a good and a bad to this thing. You want the taste of human flesh,
But you're
but
vegan.
you also want to know that you're doing something for the environment.
Yes.
Ah, man,
I'm going to go
that
in the
that
back
sounds
corner.
wonderful. Steve, I'm glad. So there's actually people who are out there who are wanting these things, which is unbelievable to me. I mean, if you throw some ketchup on it, is
Or
that
some
blood?
hot sauce. I
Or
put
some hot
that
sauce? Is that
beep
blood?
on everything.
Yeah,
Hot sauce.
hot sauce on everything.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Michelle, what do you have for us for the news today?
Oh boy, what do I have for you guys? Could the movie Independence Day be a reality? One in three people believe they've seen a real UFO, says Chris Malore, a London reporter. Independence Day has forever tied aliens to the 4th of July. Now, a new survey has found that many people think they've seen an actual UFO flying over their city. In fact, 37% claim they have witnessed something out of the ordinary taking place in the sky, while 35% convinced themselves it was just an optical illusion. Nearly half the poll, 45%, say that they believe in aliens and UFOs for as far back as they can remember. One in four people call themselves true believers in extraterrestrial life. Although a strange sighting may make for some interesting coffee talk, not everyone wants to share their experiences with the paranormal. Only 3 in 10 say they openly talk about UFOs, while 4 in 10 prefer to keep their theories about the aliens to themselves. Similarly to the Bermuda Triangle and the Illuminati, that top the list of myths and theories people would like to believe are true. Another 26% think Nevada's Area 51 is where the U.S. Air Force secretly investigates and experiments with alien technology. There are lots of strange happenings in the sky, and people should feel encouraged to share their stories, especially on days like World UFO Day. A Beavertown spokesperson said in the statement, "There are more believers out there than we think, and we want to celebrate them over a pint." Of course, this takes
Yeah,
place in
over a
London.
drink.
You
Yeah.
got to have a nice cold
I
pint of something, talk about your UFOs.
Yeah, why not? A drink every now and then, especially when you start talking about the UFOs or anything like that. You got to
Oh,
have to
that's
do that.
right.
You have to
And other
indulge. Yeah.
stories come up.
Yeah, I actually think that some of those numbers are incorrect. 1 out of 4, I believe. I think it's a lot more than that.
Well, I'll throw in
know.
a really, I'll try to be really brief with my story. Some people might be familiar with the Tinley Park lights.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this.
Yes, we have. So, do I believe they are aliens? Not necessarily. Do I believe it, that they were UFOs? Yes, I do. Unidentified flying objects. They were spotted on multiple occasions out in Tinley Park. Even the mayor of Tinley Park spotted it on one instance. So,
Yeah.
do we believe is something out there?
Yeah, I believe something's out there.
Yeah.
All right, so that takes us into the next bit of news. Now, this one here is really, really weird and interesting. It's paranormal, supposedly. A bizarre video shows the moment when a burning bus inexplicably drives across a road on its own, and some suspect that the mystifying maneuver may have been the work of a ghost. Ooh. The very strange incident reportedly took place last month in the community of Ramote Beach, as witness Craig Meek was in the area visiting his family. Troubled by the smell of gasoline, the man ventured outside and stunned to see that a bus parked along the side of the road had into flames. While watching the fiery scene, Meek spoke to the owner of the burning vehicle, who expressed concern that it could explode and cause untold damage to the neighborhood, which is when something truly weird unfolded before their eyes. Now, what we're going to show you right now is this odd video where the bus is burning and it starts up by itself and starts to drive. Steve, roll the film. That's definitely an
Yeah, you hear the engine start. Actually,
that's what's so weird about it. Now, I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know if that can happen. I don't know.
Faulty
but
wiring,
I'll tell you what, that is
got melted. Who knows? Yeah,
I don't know.
Put that in the book of paranormal.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Hey, you people out there, if you want to put out something, what you think on the side over here, go ahead, put a comment or something like that. Feel free to do that. But that's going to take us into our announcement page now, Stephen. Announcements is Parapalooza. Graveside Paranormal presents Parapalooza, July 23rd, 2022. This is going to be our banner for it. Me and Steve, real hard work that we did on this. We are going to have it, and what's so great about this, we're going to be going from 12 o'clock all the way to 11:30 at night. Now, Joel Silva is with us today. He's going to be coming on. He actually put this together, and we made it into a T-shirt. Do we have the pictures of the T-shirt, Steve? This is, I'm assuming, his wife or girlfriend. And these are the T-shirts that we have. They're really, really cool. We're going to be selling them for about $18. As you can see, it's on the back of it. Just hold it right there for a second. We have all the sponsors that wanted to have advertisement on there. We have over 30 sponsors. but they were all given the chance to, if they wanted to do sponsorship on the back of the T-shirts. And one of them's here today, Moonlight Bean. That's Carrie. She did sponsorship on the back of it. All right. So let's talk about Parapalooza real quick. Parapalooza is going to be starting at 12 o'clock. Do we have the itinerary, Steve? Here's the itinerary. This will be given out to everybody at the event. Parapalooza 2022 event schedule at the Branding Iron Pavilion, hosted by yours truly, Graveside Paranormal. 12:30, Graveside Paranormal welcomes you in. That will be I. At 1 p.m., the Ghostly Podcast with Pat and Rebecca will be coming out. At 2 p.m., the Bad Taste Crime Podcast. At 3 p.m., Dr. Wax is going to be coming out with Comedy and Magic. With the devil himself incarnate, Bob Trisek is going to do a game show called Deal with the Devil. There is going to be prizes giving out that day for this game show as well. At 5 p.m., our little horror girl, I have to pronounce it correct, horror, Kylie, she is going to be doing a Scream Queen contest. We're going to have about 20 to 25 people who want to do it, males and females. You can go ahead and be in this thing. We are going to give away a $100 bill to the winner. I am going to personally give you a $100 bill to whoever, anybody can join in on this. Then at 6 p.m., we are going to be doing the drawing of Split the Pot. It's going to be half of the money is going to go to a one-time winner. The other half of it is going to go to the Windy City Ghostbusters. They're going to be out there as well. They are going to be helping out with the raffle as well as having fun with everybody as well. And then that brings us to our main attraction. 7 p.m., Absolution, which is a ghost tribute band, will be going on at 7:30 p.m. After that, Hellbilly Deluxe, Rob Zombie. I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan. I love Rob Zombie. Hellbilly Deluxe is going to be going on at 9:30, and then it's just going to take us into the night. And it's just going to be one wonderful time. And that now brings us into all of our cast that is with us tonight. Steve, bring everybody in.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
No.
Hello. Hello.
All right. First, who we have here is I know I had it right here. Well, Jason's not on board, so we're going to go right to Carrie. Carrie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantabulous. Tell us a little bit about what your shop is, Moonlight Bean, and I want you then to tell us a Hooky Spooky Story, because this is Hooky Spooky Story.
I don't know if I could come up with one. So we consider ourselves a monster and curiosity shop. We started out in horror, Halloween, home haunts, and it just kind of morphed into this. Well, what happened? Oh,
Put up your advertisement.
Morphed into this over the last 5 years. But we opened up a brick and mortar shop in Crestwood, Illinois last year. So we've been having a lot of fun. I still like doing the markets, of course, the fests. I'll always do whatever you guys are doing because I have the best time at them.
Good.
But we started doing workshops here, and been having a lot of fun. We did a paint workshop where we painted little horror gnomes. I'm still working on this one, but a Beetlejuice one. But
you gotta say it 3 times.
Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
Beetlejuice. He never got through. I don't know. But and then this Friday coming up, we have Bob is going to do a palm reading workshop. So we did one of those already, and it was quite successful. Everybody enjoyed themselves. So I think we're going to be doing more as long as Bob wants to keep doing them.
Oh yeah, Bob loves doing them, period. I know Bob very well, so Bob does love doing them. And let me just tell everybody, I've been in your shop a couple times. We actually came out there and did a little thing for your customers. The last time I was in there, Carrie was hard at work putting things together. She does a lot of these things by herself. I have seen her do it. She puts a lot of hard work into what she does. And when she comes to our events or any other event, she really has a very good area all set up and showing all her stuff. It's very well done. So people come on out to Parapalooza and check it out. Also go and see her in Crestwood. So do you have a Hooky Spooky Story for us?
I don't know. I can't think of one right now.
At me, that's your Hooky Spooky Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie,
So
our
you met
friend.
me. Oh, please get out to
Yeah.
Carrie's shop. Even if you can't
Yeah.
make our Parapalooza, check out Carrie's
Yeah.
shop. It's
We're-
awesome.
Yeah, you've been there many times, right?
Oh, yeah.
Michelle?
yeah.
Oh, yes, I have.
We've been working on our Halloween market, and we got the bar down the way from us is going to let us even use some of their space this year. So
Nice.
I hope you guys want to come out and do
Hold
a
on,
little.
what's the name of that bar, by the way?
The Thirsty Beaver.
The Thirsty Beaver.
Yes,
Yeah.
they got live music going on right now. The whole parking lot's full. Yeah, they're good guys to work with. So I'm happy where we're at. You know.
Mhm. Great spot.
I just like the name Thirsty Beaver.
I know everybody likes that name.
Carrie knows what I call it.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I see
Carrie,
you
thanks
guys
for being
laughing.
part of Parapalooza, and you're going to be coming out, and we're all going to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm looking
Can't wait.
forward to it.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a very nice day outside. So it's underneath a big pavilion roof, so we are
Rain or
technically
shine.
outside, but it covers everybody up to about 25 of my vendors. So to cover up majority of everybody. Have screens all over the place. There's a bar right in the middle. So for those of you that like to have a nice little cocktail, or 1 or 2 or 3 or 10, that you guys have it right there. So let's move on to Lee from Midwest Takeover.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Hello. Yes,
What's going
Midwest Takeover Radio Show.
Yeah, you're going to be out there. You are going to
Yeah.
help welcome everyone in. Am I right, Lee?
That's what I'm going to be there doing.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to be out there. I know all of us here at the station are too. This is one of our first big events since we started, and I've been doing online radio for 4 years, but this is the first time I've actually been a co-owner of the station, so we're very excited.
Cool. Tell us a little bit about the Midwest Takeover radio station, please.
MTRSradio.com. We focus on independent metal and rock. Used to be I would only focus on Midwest, but I've gotten to be known somewhat around the world. So we have independent metal and rock from almost every country you can possibly think of, from Japan to Germany to Canada, Mexico, Brazil, everywhere. So we focus on that, and of course, what goes better with metal than paranormal? So
That's right.
Nice
hell
little fit
yeah.
there.
That's right. Now, I've been on your show before. You've had me on there. You always
Yes,
have
you
me on
have.
around October to tell some ghost stories. And it's always very grateful for that. We're going to be doing that again this
Twice.
year. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's that's actually my highest rated shows whenever I have you on.
That's awesome. I love hearing that kind of stuff. Like when we're out there, we're having listeners as well. And you and I are going to be talking about a little bit later, sometime in the year, about doing something together again.
Hell yeah.
Really, really cool. Do you have a Hooky Spooky story for us, Lee?
I have several, but I'll narrow it down.
Okay.
It's kind of dark, so it's Hooky Spooky though. When I was a kid, the house we used to live in, I always thought the house was haunted. And apparently it wasn't the house that was haunted. It's something that had attached itself to me. And I used to wake up with something trying to pull me out of my bed. So I used to wake up with like a bruise. It was like like a shape of a hand almost, of a bruise mark on my legs.
Wow.
And every night I always had nightmares every night. It didn't, without falter, until I hit to I think it was about 13 years old, and then it all stopped. But we had moved from that house in with my grandmother, and the nightmares were still there, and all of the activity was too. So for some reason, it let go of me at 13.
Wow. And but nothing's happened to you in your adult life.
We have a TV here that's in our kitchen, and about 3 o'clock in the morning, every morning, it turned itself on. I said, it's time to get rid of that television.
There's always something about that 3 o'clock hour that always seems to have something happen.
Seriously, it is.
There really is, man. I wake up every night at about 3 o'clock. It could be because of the medication I'm on, maybe so. But I always do wake up around like 3 o'clock and have to do, what we do.
Yeah, I mean, well, the older you get, you have to go. It's kind of like a thing, because it's about when I was woken up too. But no, seriously, every night about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was one of those big CRT TVs too, and it just like clockwork. And I looked at my spouse and said, "Nope, that TV's gone. We can get rid of that one."
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming out to Parapalooza.
Thanks
It's
for
going to be
having
a
me.
great time. You're going to be there helping welcome in people. A haunted house is supposed to be there as well. A entertainment haunted house is going to be in the front end, as well as the Windy City Ghostbusters. So you're going to be around some
Nice.
people. Now, are you going to be doing a show from 12 to 3?
I am actually going to be off and on throughout the event. I will be, if all technology goes well.
Exactly.
I'm
That's
actually going
always
to
an
be.
if.
I'm actually going to be. It is, and something new. We've never been on location, so this is, like I said, this is our biggest event that we've ever had, or ever probably will have for the rest of the year. I'm going to be live off and on throughout the day on the station. So there's going to be constant like little commercials on our station saying, "Hey, go see Lee at Paranormal or Parapalooza," and
Right,
so yeah,
Nice.
it'll be the first time.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually really excited having you out, man. You and your group are so cool. They're very nice to me. I just really appreciate it. And I know one of our members, Tom, Steve's brother, he's a big fan of you and your radio show. You know, I know you
Mhm.
guys have talked before. So Tom's going to be out there. Hopefully, maybe he can sit with you. You can interview him.
Absolutely, that'd be great.
Yeah, Tom
Absolutely.
would
Yeah,
love
well,
some.
I'm gonna get trying to get to talk to everybody that's some of the vendors and stuff. Just walk around and get everybody on there. Got to help
That would be
support
cool.
the scene. So
Yeah, I appreciate it. All right. Thanks for coming out here today, Lee.
thank
Let
you.
me move on. Jennifer, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
Don't
This is
scare
Jennifer
her
Love.
too early. Give her some time.
Yeah,
Sorry. So this is Jennifer Love of Intuitive Visions.
yes.
How are you today?
I am good. Good evening. Hi, everybody. Nice to hear your stories and sharing your journeys.
Yeah.
My name
You
is
want to tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Jennifer Love. I've always been keen in the spiritual world and paranormal since a child. My mom actually was in paranormal events and doing ghost hunts and everything since I was young. And then in 2019, I established my business shortly after I graduated from Hibiscus Moon Crystal Academy. And I started my business, and I did it to share my gifts and help share my healing powers with everyone else. And I feel like it's very important to be grounded and have protection when you're dabbling anything in the paranormal world.
Okay.
I
That
carry
sounds awesome.
For sure.
Now, do you help people who have attachments?
Yes, I could help you with attachments.
How did you say me?
My protect myself because I do have spiritual gifts. Like I would say that I'm very clairvoyant and I pick up on maybe like scents, and I'm able to touch like older items and get like a feel of like who owned it or if things are haunted. So I would say that crystals have helped me tremendously, and I extremely believe that they could protect you against entities 100%.
Okay, I hear you. And you know what? I'm definitely going to come to your table because me and the team, we go to a lot of places, and Michelle tells me I should probably see somebody, because
Yeah.
it does happen. I do get these things, and what happens is when I get done doing these things, some days I'm laid up for like 2-3 days. I mean, I'll get up, I'll go to the gym and this and that, but I do not feel like myself. What happens is you don't feel like yourself when these attachments happen. You feel ill. You start to feel ill. And it's something I do not like that much, but I know this is what I love to do, you know? So I'm definitely going to see you, Jennifer. That's a guarantee. I'm going
Me
Yeah.
too.
My recommendation to you would be to cleanse before and after doing anything.
Right.
Yeah. I try. I do my best.
Even
See,
if you're
go ahead.
object, the main thing is like objects. Like if you're bringing anything in and out of anywhere, like it could be anything, like a rock, dirt, just being in the location. That's where the attachment comes from, is objects.
Correct.
Sure. Yeah.
I agree.
Careful
Yeah.
what you bring in and out of places.
Right. You hear all these stories, people going to Hawaii, taking home something from a volcano,
That's
and then boom, bad
Hold
luck. They wind up sending it back.
The first time
Hold
I
on one
went,
second. Hold on. I got one of those things.
sacred place.
Uh-oh.
Never take anything from anywhere.
Nope.
Hawaii.
I got one of those
Leave it
things.
be.
One of those tiki things from the Brady Bunch?
Oh my gosh.
Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of those damn things.
No, the first time I went on one of your tours, Neal, and I brought a girl I work with, she actually does tattoos for us.
Yeah.
The first thing she pointed out to me was that guy's going to be taking something home with him. He should have some kind of protection for himself.
All the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Black stones, any black stone always protect you.
Well, I do wear a lot of things. I got my clothes on, of course. I got wristlets. I got necklaces. I got my cross. A lot of things, like, and I tell people is that it's all about faith. Faith is one of the most strongest things that you can have. I understand about crystals, and I get you. But the thing is that the positivity in oneself is the most powerful thing than anything else, and that faith that you have, no matter what God you believe in or what thing you believe in. As long as you have faith in yourself, you are always going to be okay. But it takes that strong faith, because some of us, we do get weak either through depression, alcohol, or drugs, or anything like that. That's when because demons are real. That's when they start to try to come into our lives. But they're not like on the Conjuring movies and stuff like that, but they are something that is very real.
And that's why you have to say, not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan.
All right. Jennifer, do you have a Hooky Spooky story for us?
Yeah, I was willing to share. I have a lot, but I was willing to share one. When my first memory as a child seeing a ghost. I lived in a house that my family has had for years, and I've always believed it was haunted. And in our kitchen, there was a back door with I would say 4 to 6 glass square windows. And I was standing and doing dishes, and I caught something out of the left of my eye. And then when I turned to look at it, it was a woman. And she was looking at me through the glass. You could make out her hair, blonde, flowy. She was in a white nightgown and just staring at me through the window. And admittingly, I really didn't get too creeped out. But then when I mentioned it to my mother, she had told me that years before that there was a woman that lived in the basement apartment below in the building, and that she did pass away down there. So it confirmed me that was the spirit I seen. And ever since then, I 100% believe in everything paranormal.
Right. A lot of times when things like that happen, those are called earthbound spirits. Everyone, I explain this a lot, is that we all have choice in life, and I believe we also have choice in death. Whereas some people can choose either they're going to stay here or if they're going to move on to their next realm. Or some don't even know that's going to happen. So sometimes you might be seeing it, or you might also be seeing a residual haunting of just somebody because they either traumatic or dramatic things that happen in a timeline, they play themselves out. And so that could also be something as well.
Time ever since living there. One time.
Oh.
And I lived for 10 years, I would say. So.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing, and I can't wait to meet you. I really can't. I think it's going to be really cool. All right, so that brings me in. I thought I saw Bishop Rake. Was she there, Steve?
She
was here, and then she was gone.
Yeah.
She is quick like a ninja or something.
I hope she comes back. I'll keep an eye on her.
All right.
Maybe there's a technical issue, but we'll
hopefully
have Bishop.
Now, this brings me into one of our main acts, our last act of the night at Parapalooza. Joel Silva of Deluxe, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Wow, we're doing great. I am looking so. Now you're the bass player, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, I am looking so forward to you guys playing, as well as Absolution. But I'm looking for just a kick-ass night, man. Everybody just lets loose, and you guys just do just go all balls out on everything.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
That's how we roll. That's how we get down.
Oh yeah.
I'll be the one in the crowd. Yeah. Oh, you wait. You'll see.
I'll be joining you, Shell.
All right, or we'll get our cocktails.
Oh yeah.
Ladies night.
Ladies night, huh? Well, I won't even get to what I was going to think about. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Joel.
So I'm the bass player of Hellbilly Deluxe. I like to bring everything art that is zombie to the stage, the whole entertainment, the whole show. So, this night we're going to bring the whole family reunion together with the whole band with our undead sisters, Ammunition and Jezebel. They're going to be shooting out the sparks, shooting the flames, little
Nice.
sword going
Ooh.
into the mouth and all that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Man, I'm looking so forward to it, man. Just so everybody knows, we showed the T-shirts earlier. Actually, Joel came up with that T-shirt idea. He, did a great job.
That is good.
That is look at
That
that.
is awesome.
I mean, he just puts everything in there. That you got Absolution, Hellbilly Deluxe. We got Ghostly Podcast, Bad Taste Crime Podcast, Windy City Ghostbusters. We got everybody. He did a great job. And you know what I love about him is he is going out of his way, and I have to say thank you very much to you for all the little advertisement that he puts out there. He's keeping it alive, and this and that of building up. He does it for his friends. I'm paying attention to what you're doing, Joel.
Thank
and
you.
I have to say, man, you're really out there, man. You really, really do your best in helping everybody, it looks like to me. And you are a very creative person, let me tell you.
Thank you. I just wanted to get the attention, everybody all on the same page and getting, the eyes on it. Anything I could do, I'm willing to just get out there.
Yeah, I can tell just by the mask alone.
Pretty much. It gives me confidence.
You got to have confidence. Whatever gives you confidence, man, you got to work with it.
Yeah.
So do you have a story for us at all, Joel?
Nothing like wild out there, but I've always been, into like the whole paranormal of like ghosts and all that stuff. I remember as a little kid in an apartment that we lived in Indiana, like next door to that apartment was like a burned down complex apartment. And like I would like hop over the garage and then climb into the broken window. And like I just got down to like this long hallway and like just I felt like goosebumps down my arm. Like I don't know what happened here, but I feel something.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, things do happen. It just does what it does. But I'm glad you're on board, man. We talked back in January. We were putting together Parapalooza. Just for people who don't know, this is something that you start very early. Like we started back in January trying to come up with concept ideas and stuff like that for Parapalooza. I was actually talking to Lee in the beginning. We were talking about it. We're going to be doing something in the near future, and we just want to. Why we start so early is because we want to try to put out the best product out there. We want to put out something that nobody else is doing. We want to try to make sure that people are enjoying themselves. We are going to have audio and video throughout the whole day. We are going to run it just like how we entertain people on our buses. So we have a concept of what we're going to do. That it's going to be nothing but entertainment all day long. We want to bring in people. I want to bring in people for the vendors. I want the vendors to have a great time. I want all the acts to just balls out, just having a great time, just doing what they do best, all the podcasts and this and that. Now, one of the main girls that is here with us is our graveyard girl, Chris. Chris. Card reader.
We love Chris.
How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm doing good. This is our graveyard girl. If you want to know information about graveyards, cemeteries, this is the graveyard girl, our girl, Chris.
Well,
how's everything going?
But my main thing there is at Parapalooza will be interpreting angel cards and native spirit cards.
Yes.
So but of course, while I'm working with you, if you have a question about cemeteries, I'll be happy to answer them if I can.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy working with the people, and also just that knowing that the message is just for them.
Right.
And I don't remember, by the time they walk away, I don't remember what I said. So they don't have to be afraid of me thinking, about something about that person.
My wife Sue loves you. She loves what you do. Just so everybody knows, I try to find the best of the best that I can find out there of everybody. And Christine my wife just loves the message that you bring to the table.
Well, thank you.
You're more than welcome.
She's good.
Oh, that girl good.
Yeah, I've had a reading by Chris before, and I have to say I am skeptical when it comes to tarot, palm readers, all that, but I must say she was pretty spot on. Spot on with everything. So
yeah, some people
job,
just
Chris.
have very nice gifts. Yes,
right.
I agree. Now, Chris, can you tell us? I'm almost damn sure you got some kind of good story for us tonight. Please.
Well, I've got, in in a nutshell. A couple of them with cemeteries. One was a cemetery in Indiana. A friend and I were going around and looking at, it was an older cemetery, so we were looking at some of the older markers, et cetera, et cetera. And there was kind of this unique small mausoleum, like family mausoleum. And it was in the middle of summer. Now, Indiana, summer, it could be hot.
Mm-hmm.
We get out of the car and we start walking around it, and we both got chilled. It was ice cold around the mausoleum. We both looked at each other and said, "It's time to leave."
Yeah, I can hear that.
And then the other one is the one that we talked about before, was that in the cemetery in the city, we were taking pictures, and it was in the days before cell phones, and it was on film. So I get the film developed, and in the one picture, there is like a person sitting in an armchair, well above the earth, well above the ground, and it was there. And I showed it to my friend, and so she was going to blow it up. So because she had a small dark room in her house, and she had a cat, and this one cat was her cat, and he followed her around all the time. She went to blow it up, and he booked. He wouldn't stay in the room with her. So whatever was on that picture, it was definitely something.
Yeah.
So those are probably the two main ones. There's been others.
Yeah, I think you sent me that picture, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did. What was weird is we were at Holy Sepulchre Cemetery recently. We did a tour, and I don't know if Steve has the picture that we could show. I don't know if you kept it on file, but we had a picture of a random, and I always tell all the customers, take pictures as we're going through this. I get the best pictures from the customers. Steve, do you have that picture at all? See if you can find it at all.
Yeah, let me look for it, because I just got a new computer. And,
yeah.
I don't have all my files.
What it shows this nun at Holy Cemetery, and that lady was not there. And she looks in the traditional. She looks actually like that Conjuring nun. I was like, "This, what the shit?" We lose like viewers or something like that. I guess if I swear, Steve tells me that. So I have to watch what I say sometimes. So this lady,
random pictures
of that. Oh yeah,
to pick up stuff like that.
Yeah, when we took people on a tour last October, we went to Archerwood Cemetery. We actually made MSN News, where this lady, she took a picture of the. We talk about the Weeping Lady of Archerwood Cemetery. Well, sure enough, you have this picture of this thing looking out behind the. And we were like, "What the hell is that?" And we show it on the bus. We show all the pictures on the bus so that people, can see the evidence that we find through all these things. So it's actually pretty interesting. But thanks for coming out for Parapalooza. I do appreciate it, Chris. You're one of my main girls out there.
Well, thank you. And just come visit my table. I'll be happy to read cards.
Yeah. What happened to Bishop Rake? There she is.
I apologize. I am trying to log in so I can see comments, and I can't get them to work. So I've just been futzing while I'm listening to you all on another browser. So I'm sorry about that.
No. I keep seeing you popping in and out. I said, well, now we're going to save the best for last.
Oh,
Bishop
okay.
Here.
Are you at the last already? It's my turn?
Yeah. Time flies when you're fun.
I apologize again. I could hear you guys while I was trying to do that. I didn't mean to be rude, and I had an emergency this evening, so I couldn't come sooner.
You're all good.
Story. I had to debate.
Well, hold on one second, Bishop Rake. Hold on. Slow down.
I don't want to take up all your time.
No, this is our time. So what I want to do is I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay. I would take these off, but I look terrible. My name is Archbishop Christina Rake. I am the head prelate top of a group called the American Apostolical Catholic Church. We're an inclusive Catholic church. And obviously, because I have lady parts and I'm priest. So not Roman, more like Episcopalian, but yeah. And I have a master's degree from Andover Newton, now at Yale Divinity. And we have orphanages and clean water projects and young mothers ministries in Kenya and such. Do a lot of charitable work. And I do these to raise money, especially for the orphans, because I have to come up with $500 a month just to feed them 3 meals a day. But I have lots of priests and people under me who are tireless for that and for LGBTQ equality and such. So that's the job that I pay to do. I don't get paid to do it. I pay to do it. But I also, I was born a psychic medium. So I didn't call them psychic medium gifts until I was 42. But I always had them. And I studied the paranormal as a young kid because of several demonic and attachment and sorts of issues I had in my houses. And in studying the paranormal and then from Protestant ministry converting to Catholicism, I saw how well they went together. I knew the original languages of the Bible, so I knew that the word medium in the Old Testament couldn't have been that word, because that word for someone who speaks to the dead wasn't used until 1841 in Saturday Review magazine in the UK. So I dug into the Hebrew, found all this cool stuff, and made it a book that defends psychic medium gifts and ghost hunting based on the Bible, history, and theology. And I did that because people would say, how could you be a psychic medium and a priest? And I'd say, I don't see the problem. And here's why.
Why not?
There literally is no issue. Everybody just messes up what those words are, and translations can be biased. So I put that book together because so many psychic mediums came to me and said, how can you do that? Because my family's telling me that I'm evil. My parents disowned me for using my gifts. And I would say, well, then they don't know this. And I give them the book. It started as a 36-page email just off the top of my head. And then I did more research and it expanded. And I've been blessed to have several people say that it saved their family relationships. It made them feel so much better about themselves and encouraged them to use their gifts. And so that's out there. But I've always put the two together, the paranormal and the religious, because it's stupid not to. We're talking about an afterlife. It's a religious, it's a spiritual question.
It's all those stories are in the Bible.
Yes, there are ghosts in the Bible, and I show you where. But
and they call them ghosts. They call them ghosts.
Yeah, they're ghosts, spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is the word medium in Hebrew means ghost wife or ghost mistress. Okay. And what's forbidden is called necromancy or necromancy. And it's not simply speaking to the dead. It is an actual form of Persian magic that involves, first of all, human blood. So, of course, it's already outlawed by Israel because you don't touch blood. And then the ghost wife would conjure up a dead person using this blood, trap them, and force them to tell the future. It's not any communication with the dead. That is literally, academically, from people who study Mesopotamian religions and could speak Assyrian and all that. That's what it was. But your average person doesn't know that. So, I point to you if you ever want to open the book. And I tried to make it funny. And I've been told by people, I hate reading nonfiction, but I never thought I would be laughing hysterically reading a theology book. So I don't know how I made jokes throughout. I made fun of New Jersey. There's a footnote that says "made you look," and I just tried to make it interesting.
That's good.
Yeah, but I teach as
yeah.
well,
And
cult
one
and
nice,
demonology.
right, you teach in demonology as well. You actually have an online course for that.
Yes, we have a graduate school that I founded, and has several professors, and we try to make education accessible. But I teach at the seminary, and it's a history of demonology, because nowadays it's like it's really not a lot of information out there. But I go back to ancient Samaria and show you how it progressed through the ages. So that's been a lot of fun. I have found medieval texts. My students are nuts. They've like spent $1,000 in the first week with the little bibliography I get. I've never heard of this. I've got to get this one, and I've got to get this one. So it's been a lot of fun. I learned a lot doing it.
And you're going to be
about the Middle Ages, man. It was a messed up time. We have it easy.
Oh yeah. All the nice torture.
Yeah, that and the dead scares, zombie scares across Europe in the 1100s is just. So we've got it good.
Yeah, we.
Well, I always say I would have been burned at the stake for being accused of being a witch.
At one point, yeah, you might have been a hero. At another,
I already have the birthmark on my face. I'm
no, you would do well, Michelle. I'll tell you why you would do well. Is you'd make somebody some cookies, and everything would be good after that. She's a witch. Yeah, but she makes cookies, man.
I'm a good witch. Good witch.
Yeah. Now, I want to just tell everybody about Bishop Rake. She is going to be out there. I really, the reason why I'm having her out there is, number one, because I really do dig her. The other reason is because she, like she said, she's trying to get some money together for a lot of these children. And if there's something that's so special to me is taking care of children. Yes. So we want to have her out there. She's going to talk to everybody for a little while. She's going to have out her table out there. Please contribute what you can, because there is a lot of hungry children out there. It's not like you and I who can go down the block to go to Jules. I say Jules. And go over there and be able to grab what I want. Right. And the other thing is the Windy City Ghostbusters. Once again, it's a children's hospital that we're going to be also getting money for. So we need everybody to be out there really, really strong to really help out others. That's something that's very, very important to me, to help other people. It's not just about, like making money and stuff like this. It really isn't. I just want to throw together some big ass party. That's all I want to do, man. Just throw a big party. That's all I want. And everybody is happy at the end of the day, and everybody's cool with each other. And that's all we really, truly want, because money doesn't follow you into the great beyond, does it, Bishop?
No, it doesn't even follow you here. So.
Exactly. I would say you can't take it with you.
I'd let it follow me if it ever caught me, but it never
my next life.
Yeah. Now, do you have a Hooky Spooky story for us, Bishop?
I do. I was debating whether to tell you a story from my childhood or a story from adulthood, and I realized things that scare you when you're an adult are a lot scarier to other people. Because you're rational, and yet you have this story. When I was in college, I was about 23 at the time. I was Unitarian Universalist and a candidate for ministry and a preacher there. I converted to Catholicism after school. And so there was a gentleman there who's very New Agey. He explained that they have a meditation group. I had never been to such a thing. I had these gifts, but they were so few and far between, and I had shut them down when I was about 12 because of other freaky incidents. So they would just burst through. Grandpa's going to die tomorrow at 12:01, something I actually said, or a burst of healing for someone, and it would work. And so they would just build up and go boom, and it always surprised people, but I was always right. So it was a little freaky. I go to the group knowing really nothing about my gifts. And I start to realize there's a part where they put on New Age music and meditate. And I realized, well, look at this. I can send a horse through everybody's mind. I would think of a horse, and afterwards they would describe seeing a horse, all of them. So I actually started exploring my gifts in this group, and it was probably unethical to kind of borrow on the energy of the room, but I didn't know that at the time. I saw Charlie, the host, little boy playing with his hair. I had no idea that his son had been killed when he was 11. And so it was validating a lot of these childhood experiences. But there was one woman there, and her name was Eva. She was from Western Massachusetts. Swore the woman had a speech impediment the whole time until I moved to Massachusetts and realized it was her accent or accent. So she walked in, and I hated her. And if you've ever spent any time with me, there's a total opposite of what people used to usually get off me. I mean, get angry at people and such, but you never feel hated. And I mean, this was gut-wrenching. I just want to jump across this couch and hit you till you are not breathing. Disgust and hatred. It had never happened to me before, but it's happened twice since. And there was no reason for it. She was a nice enough lady. Nobody else had a problem with her. Well, one night, lights go off, candles get lit, on comes Enya, the whole 9 yards, and we're all sitting all comfortably. And like usual groups where information would pop in, I could tell what everybody else was thinking about, and I'm playing with my gifts there. And I feel literally this. I actually moved, and I turned, and there's Ava in a chair where I'm in a couch over here, but she's alone in this armchair, and she's doing this. But she's not the first thing I looked at when I looked over there in the dark. There was a black hole punched through reality. You know how shadow people reflect light, almost like they're construction paper. And so, same thing, but I knew what this was. That was a demon. I knew what it was. I felt that suction that I would get with them when I was dealt with them as a kid. I just knew. And it had her hands on her, while another one, much smaller one, was doing this. And that's when I noticed Eve was responding like this. And it was pushing its way in her. I was watching this woman intentionally become possessed. And again, from childhood, I had those gifts, but I also had this connection to God, which was just bizarre. I would just know how to do things. I would know things. I wrote Dante's Purgatory when I was 12. I didn't find out till much later that was the basis of what I was writing. So I just always had this stuff, and I believe in reincarnation, but I won't go into where that is in the Bible right now. So sorry, just thought I'd throw that out there. So all of a sudden I knew what to do. And I shoved every ounce of light. And I don't know how I knew to do this. Nobody had trained me. There was no internet. And I pushed at these black things. And as I did, I started in my head screaming for St. Michael. I knew about St. Michael, not as much as I do now. And I pushed. And then I had an experience of the Virgin Mary, and I had her there, and I started to see all these angels, and I'm just like, go, 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 like that. And the thing that was going in her mouth just went, and it was a regular room again. And the thing standing behind Eve, oh, Jesus, I'm sorry, it was really scary, turned and went, not you again.
Wow.
And here's the comic relief. The lights come on, and Eve is sitting in the chair still doing this. Now they're gone, so this is all a show. And she's doing this, and she finally, and they're like, Eva, what was that? And she said, this beautiful wise one, this being of light, was coming into me. And I was telling him, come. and I want him in me. And I literally hit the table, stood up, and said, "I hate you."
Wow.
And the whole group was like, I never spoke. So the whole group was like, what the hell? And by this, I had a pounding headache that I cannot describe. I know now it's because of mediums have blood sugar drops while they're reading, even 10 minutes, and so does prayer. And so I just was crashing. And the rest of the group defended me because we'll go back to creepy again. When I said, "I hate you," she just was expressionless. And she said, "But I like you." And there was this menace. That's when I jumped up and said, "I hate you." And the whole group was like, "Well, maybe it's a past life thing." And I'm just like, I didn't tell them what I saw. I didn't think they'd believe me. And I couldn't. Never went back.
You know what? That is a very familiar story to something that happened to me as well. And I actually talk about it. I had a guy who you just knew that he was just damn right evil, right? Mm-hmm. You knew it. And I had to deal with this individual for my professional life. And I got him upstairs into a room that we would put him into a cell. And he put his hand on my shoulder. And he said, "We like you." And I said, "Well, I like you too, buddy." And
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. I go ahead, go inside there.
Yeah,
but that it sounds very familiar to something that I kind of dealt with, where like they like to tell you that they like you.
And that's what scares you. You don't want them to like me.
No, we're not in for a popularity contest here.
No. And I was happy when in 2015, a week after I'd been ordained, we found an outdoor satanic altar and got the CVP that I play during my things. As we were walking to the circle of stones, I just felt my guardian angel go, "Not you." And I couldn't go in. I wouldn't go in the center. Yeah. And we got the EVP where I heard it's a voice say, "Make her leave. Make the girl go." And I was the only girl. So
I got
that made me happier.
I got to take you out on one of our investigations one of these days.
I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, out of all the stories, you're all great, but hers was really cool.
Oh, sorry. That's my best one.
That was the best one for tonight. So, like I told everybody before you come in, on the day of Parapalooza, you get a hug from me. So there you go.
So winning isn't winning.
So winning is not winning. But I want to thank everybody tonight for coming on. I really do appreciate it. And I just want to have a great time. I'm hoping that you guys just want to have a great time. Out the best part of yourself when we come out to Parapalooza, to all our customers that are hopefully going to be coming out. I hope that you guys get to meet each and every one of these people, these ladies and gentlemen, and just have a great time, and then hang out late at night for Joel and Hellbilly Deluxe and Absolution to just like totally do what they do best and just rock your ass off, and enjoy Michelle and the tours that is going to be going on with her and Tony. So once again, I thank everybody for coming on tonight, telling us your stories and telling us a little bit about yourselves. And like always, boys and girls, boo.
Boo.
Take us out, Steve.